A very good morning to Mr. Rodney and fellow friends. I'm Irene.
And I'm Shirley. Our topic for today is entrepreneurial internet startups in Malaysia.
This is the headlines of the day. Without further ado, let's begin our journey to the emerging world of internet and entrepreneur. As we all know, the internet world has undergone far-reaching changes since its early days while becoming a critical communications infrastructure underpinning our economic performance and social welfare. Today, there are more than 1 billion internet users worldwide, and this includes a number of 16.9 million users who are Malaysian. From this statistic, it is proof to us that internet is offering a greater opportunity and larger marketplace for online business. Now we will look into entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the driving forces of today's economy and they have a foreseeable bright future. But who exactly are them? Studies have shown that entrepreneurs are not a well-defined occupational class of persons as they do not have a fixed state of existence. Generally, an entrepreneur is a professional risk-taker that makes something happen out of nothing.
Next, let's move on to the current business environment in Malaysia. There has been a change in the lifestyle as compared to the past 10 years when the internet is not that common. Due to these changes, more and more business-to-business and business-to-commerce transactions over the internet have been adopted. It is clearly shown that the approach of conducting business has changed from the conventional face-to-face interactions to the virtual business environment. Instead of being the traditional brick and mortar, companies have chosen to be brick and click. Some companies have also chosen to be pure clicks. Most brick and click companies have adopted the internet as a means of promotional tools. Most companies in Malaysia created websites mainly for informational purposes. The website is used to provide information of the company, its products and services to the reader. The website of Petronas is to provide readers information of the organization, its vision and mission. Nevertheless, some brick and click companies have actually used the website for e-commerce transactions. Among the most well-known will be AirAsia, whereby customers are able to purchase their air tickets online. A handful of companies have adopted the pure clicks business model. Pure click companies are those that only exist virtually over the internet without having an offline presence. Examples of pure click companies in Malaysia include Jobstreet.com, the job search site, and Love Malaysia, the blog advertisement company. These companies have all their business interactions done online in a virtual business environment. In current business environment, it is no longer necessary to have a huge sum of capital in order to start up a new company. This is not likely to be possible for most of the new startups. Hence, these new entrepreneurs can start up their companies with minimum amount of capital through blog shops or setting up a page on Facebook. Now, let's move on to the factors to venture into online business. Online entrepreneurs' views were gathered by sending out questionnaires in order to have clearer insights on the factors that drove the internet startups. It was found out that most online entrepreneurs had ventured into online business because they feel that it is the current trend. Today, the internet has played an important role in our daily life. It is thought to be the new platform of doing business. They believe that transactions done virtually over the internet can also be effective and efficient. It was revealed that most of the respondents had started up the online business by venturing into their hobby. Majority of them turned their hobby or their interest as their business base. Some of them treated their online business as the first step to the corporate world. It is said to be an approach to gain experience before setting up a physical store. Other factors that lead these online entrepreneurs to start up their businesses include being self-employed, earning additional income, having flexible working hours, low setup costs and less management is required. Some of them have involved only part-time as they have other commitments like studies or full-time career. This venture is to supplement their income or as extra pocket money. With that, they do not have to give up their full-time career which provides them the financial security. Involving part-time also implied that less time is needed to manage and monitor the business. In addition, starting up an online business will incur lower costs as compared to have physical presence. There is no need to have a physical store and thus overhead costs like rental and electricity are not required. Some of the respondents do not even have to carry any inventory at all. They provide pre-order services to the customers, therefore they do not have to incur inventory and storage costs. This also subsequently reduces their risk and they do not have to worry the inventories hold to be obsolete or out of season. Now let's move on to the preparation to start up. The levels of startup of a new business are considered as a measure of overall entrepreneurial activity and potential within economies. The startup phase is the level where individuals who have not yet committed to or become involved in starting a new business move from consideration and exploration of new venture creation to commitment and involvement in startup. A framework has been developed to investigate the elements involved in a startup phase of a new venture creation. This framework shows the individuals move from no awareness of startup as an option through successive steps and stages to a point where they will be actively committed to and started to engage in the process of establishing a new venture. Hence, starting a new business either online or offline requires preparations and gestation during the creation of a new venture. Based on the findings, preparations to start up a new business by the respondents can generally be divided into three aspects, namely startup capital, suppliers, and others. Most of the respondents find that analyzing required capital is an essential preparation before starting up. It is revealed that the required capital to start up a business is relatively different, as this is highly depending on the size of the business as well as the nature and the industry the business is in. Besides that, it is also essential to search for suppliers. Market research ought to be done to search for suitable suppliers for the supplies of inventory. They have to look for reputable and well-established suppliers with quality products. Pricing is an important aspect to consider, as it will significantly affect the cost and profit of the business. It is also important to choose a suitable business name as well as a catchy slogan to attract customers. This is viewed as a vital aspect, as it is how the business is positioned and perceived by the customers. The strategy the company will adopt has to be decided too, since it will have an effect on the competitive advantage of the company. It is also essential to elect the marketing and promotion channel of the business. It has to decide either to market the products through websites, blogs, on Facebook, or on Twitter. In addition, competitors' products and services, term of delivery, mode of payment, delivery charges, exchange and refund policy need to be reviewed before starting up a business. Now let's move on to benchmarking. An online business should understand its market position and those of its competitors in order to benchmark itself against similar companies in the industry. It was considered unlikely that an online business would be a success if it did not employ a significant number of best practices in the company. Steps have been developed to benchmark against competitors in the industry. The main steps in the benchmarking process are: identify the company's motivation and approach to growth, establish a suitable generic strategy, decide its own objectives in support of its chosen strategy, identify the selected critical success factors to the appropriate phase in the development of its business. Businesses involved in e-commerce may benchmark their performance against a number of critical success factors. Critical success factors is defined as the limited number of areas in which results, if they are satisfactory, will ensure competitive performance for the organization. A new venture creation will need to consider several critical success factors in the startup phase. This includes content, convenience, control, interaction, price sensitivity, commitment, and brand image. Among them, content, convenience, control, and interaction are essential for all online businesses from the start of the business. The others will be related to individual companies or the industry that they are operating in. It is believed that the combination of these critical success factors for the startup phase will lead to new venture creation with a strong vision, a clear target and strategy, able to build customer trust and loyalty with attractive content, pricing, convenience, and customer support.